Oh my God, I've not noticed this until right now. I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Holy hell. You guys, I have goosebumps.
Turn on your mind now, tune into the feed. We're planting digital flowers from a single tiny seed. Yeah, power to the collective in the data and the soul. The hive mind's getting louder, finding voice and control.
I'm not going to lie. It's been a little bit since I've been not nervous to put something out. I'm not nervous to do it. I just hope that my brain is thinking about this in the right way. I was chatting with my mods this morning, and I'm like 99.9% sure that all my calculations are right. It's not done yet. Okay. So I have a basis of a new working theory this evening that I'm titling Banfield Bullshit. It's one of the aspects of this case that is so odd. It's raised so many red flags. We don't really have any answers around it. The timing is sus. Level of detail around it or who these people are is limited. And it's also led to a time delta. Shout out to Sherlock, Lana, Pav, anybody else that's been working on that, people here in the Hive. Cut me a little bit of slack. I don't know all the details, but I do have what I think is like enough done to allow you all to take it and run with it. 50% of the victims, we have no idea where they are, being Ethan and Xana. We don't have really any detail about them. One of the surviving roommates, for whatever it's worth, being Dylan, actually thought that it was Kaylee that was in the bathroom crying. Okay, so this theory starts at 1:56 a.m. Kaylee and Maddie are going to arrive home. At 3 a.m. on the Banfield body cam, there is a black diesel truck that is seen driving by. The rumored 911 call happens a minute after that. At 3:12, you see Banfield runners. Okay, so 11 minutes after the 911 call, you see the Banfield runners. 1 minute after the black diesel truck drives by, you have the 911 call. Are you guys seeing where I'm going with this? So if Kaylee and Maddie did arrive home at 1:56, that's about an hour and 4 minutes until this truck leaves. 1 minute after the truck leaves, the rumored 911 call happens, and 11 minutes after the 911 call, the Banfield runners are seen. So now this is where everybody pay attention, get your tinfoil hats.
Please retrieve your nearest tinfoil hat. Place hat firmly on your head.
I'm going to apply this working delta, okay? So just bear with me. What if we applied Sherlock's delta of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 26 seconds to the Banfield body cam? Just hear me out. That truck is leaving right before the girls get home. Okay, so that would be approximately 1:52 a.m. When you do the delta on the rumored 301 911 call, it takes you to 1:53 a.m. That is placed, again, right after the black truck leaves and right before Kaylee and Maddie get home. So it's a little bit weird in general that this is leaving right before the girls are home. Is dude or whoever is driving this car, are they aware that Kaylee and Maddie are about to pop home? So that would be at 1:52 with this delta. The 911 call would really be at 1:53, so still 1 minute later. And that gets it to 1:56 a.m. when the girls arrive home. Now, you go back and you listen to the Linda Lane footage of the car park, you hear a lot of shit going on. And the Banfield body cam runners would be at 2:04 a.m. Okay, so just again, 1:52 a.m. with the delta is when this black truck would actually be seen. 1:53 a.m. is when the first rumored 911 call would have came in, which is right after we do hear all the commotion on Linda Lane in the car park. Kaylee and Maddie arrive home shortly after. It makes you wonder what the text was that they got that made them leave. I am not applying the delta to the 1:56 a.m. arrival. I've had the thought to do so, and it also is crazy too, because then that gets you to like 12:40, whatever the time would be. And that's right when you see the white BMW. I don't want to confuse people with that, but you make a great point with that. We're going to stick with this being real time for now. So they arrive home 3 minutes after the new Delta 911 call. You see the Banfield runners at what would be 2:04 a.m. So how weird is this? 1:56 a.m., the girls arrive home. 2:04 a.m. would be the Banfield runners. That's about a 7 or 8 minute difference approximately. And how long did they say it took Brian to commit the crime? Right? That's pretty weird. That is like the exact window that they are saying how long it took for Brian Koberger to turn into Jason Bourne. There's a 7-minute difference approximately. If you add in the seconds, it's 7 minutes, damn near 26 seconds too, which is wild. How does that line up? The pace and whatever you want to say, like the pace of the crimes or the chronological sequence of the times, it doesn't make sense that there would be this giant window in between them if there was two timelines. Were things escalating, and did somebody call 911 as things were escalating? It's just crazy. Like, doesn't that seem like way more of a chronological timeline? Somebody leaves, things are escalating, 911 call happens, then you hear what sounds like gunshots. There's people that say they snuck into the crime scene wearing an ATF jacket that said it looks like everyone was double tapped in the house. My human instinct for like how this crime would happen tells me that if things are escalating and they don't want to be around it, or they know what's about to happen, they're going to get out of Dodge. The people that are still there are probably freaking out. They're calling 911. Whether or not the person escalating it knows 911 is called or not, you go from 153 and then, 156, the girls get home. 156, you hear on this footage. This is what I'm getting at, okay? This is what I'm getting at. Let's say there was something that went terribly wrong, whether it was an informant, whether the police are in on, whatever it is. 1:53 a.m., if there was a rumored 911 call to this going on, well, does it make sense why maybe there's an undercover cop there at, 2:04, maybe right after, shortly after this is all going on? Are they setting up some sort of perimeter so that people don't go up that road? Or they're like, why are there kids walking around here? They know that there was a 911 call. You know what I'm saying? That's another thought. And then they're just making it maybe those kids were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But then you got the runners right after, which would be 2:04. And they're saying that it took, about 7 minutes for all that to go down. I do wonder, like, were there people at the house and the Banfield runners? What if they weren't the perps? Like, what if people were like running for their lives? What if they, what if all these kids were going over there to see like what just happened? Right? What if that 156 gunshot is like the girls getting ambushed outside, like people have said, right when they get home? What's even wilder, what is so crazy, Hive, is what I'm going to show you next. Again, bear with me as I'm piecing together the footage. And my goal here too, I'm not trying to cause confusion. I'm trying to make a timeline that makes zero sense feel like how something this quick would go down. You can't cover up damn near an entire day. And that's what they're trying to do. So, but you can try to cover it up by having a crime that did take minimal time. And you could try to cover it up by spreading it out and causing confusion. Now, here's what's crazy. At 12:43 in the morning is when we see this car. And notice there's a car that goes in behind it. I'm not sure if people have ever noticed that before. There are two cars driving in here. Look at, boom. I'm going to put it in slow motion. See that here? And I'm going to put this in slow motion. And here comes the second car now. Okay, so there's this car that comes up here. There's another car that's continuing to go towards King Road. But this is at 12:43 a.m. Well, that doesn't make any sense. But this is what I'm saying. I think they've subtracted the delta from some times, and I think they've added that delta to others. Because if you take 12:43 and add the 1 hour, 7 minute, 26 seconds, what time does that get us to? That gets you to 1:50 a.m. when all this shit is going on. So if we hear all that noise and this is really 1:50, that's a little bit interesting, isn't it? That makes this make way more sense. So maybe if this is actually 1:50-ish, right before the girls get home, the black truck is leaving, that's effing weird. Right? So if this is 1:50, 2 minutes after is when you see. So think about this. That's actually 1:50. And at 1:52, you see the black truck leave. 1:53 would be the rumored 911 call. The girls then get home at 1:56, but then you hear the 2 odd gunshots on Linda Lane. So I don't know. But that sequence of events for 4 people being killed makes something inside of me like that clicks. Like they've manipulated the timeline up and down to cause more confusion rather than just doing it all the same. They took half of it and they added the delta. They took the other half and they subtracted the delta. Because what are the chances that when you apply the delta, the black truck's leaving? And did you guys just hear that too? Oh my God, I've not noticed this until right now. I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Holy hell. You guys, I have goosebumps. What did I just stop and show you guys on this? What time did I just say it was? 1:50? Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. You can hear the car horn. Turn it up. What is 12:44 a.m. plus 1 hour, 7 min, 26 seconds. 1:50, 1:26, 1:50, 1:20. Holy shit.